Hey y'all, it's Taylor Bridges here. Thank you so much for tuning back in for another review of Love and Marriage DC Season 2, Episode 7. The episode is titled Love and Lace Fronts. All right, we're back with the ladies in the bar to have their powwow confrontation session. Arena asks why Winter is there, and I just rolled my eyes so hard because you know why Winter is there. The same reason you're there. This isn't a special cast event. This is an event to do specifically what y'all are doing now, and all ladies have to be present. And why is Ashley's assistant there? She's only said 2 words all season, and that was at Sherelle's event to Winter. And like I said last video, Ashley is the mediator, and I have no idea why. She'll be sure to keep everybody else in check, but who's going to check her? She needs to make sure she's being accountable, being just as accountable as she is going to expect everybody else to be. Because Ashley is very good for having reason and logic as it pertains to everybody and their mess except for hers. Ashley's assistant, Alicia, friend to the show, says she doesn't know why Sherelle keeps bringing Winter around. And then mean girl Joy chimes in that she doesn't know either. And I'm thinking, Joy, you're going to irk me this season. I already see it. You don't even know Winter. So what is your issue with her? You need to work on your performance audio, your fashions, and your throwing rock, hiding the hand type of behavior. That's what you need to be worrying about. And Alicia can shut it. She's not even cut out to be a friend of the show at all. She adds nothing. And if you're in this scene, best believe Winter can come be in this scene too. Sherelle says she simply doesn't have a problem with Winter. They're cool. And she actually likes to give people a fair chance at getting to know them. And if they mess up, they get a fair chance to mess her over. Unlike Joy. She says Joy wouldn't understand giving people a chance. And I thought that was a quick jab at Joy, but it was very true. Joy treats Sherelle like Sherelle took her man and her money. It's just all this energy for this lady you do not know. Then Ashley says Sherelle can be friends with who she wants to be friends with, but it's messed up if the friendship is based on an I hate Ashley campaign. Ashley thinks way too highly of herself. Like for real. Sherelle literally just said she's cool with Winter because Winter and Sherelle's husband do music together. Winter made the Gutter Barbie song to capitalize off the popular term that she used. Just like Arena and Ashley capitalized off the term that Winter used to describe them. So this anger and hate that Ashley believes Winter just garners for her is all a delusion. It never happened, Ashley. This hate that Winter has for you, it never happened. It never happened, mama. Arena's talking about to Sherelle, we get what you're saying, but it just doesn't look right. First of all, Sherelle isn't even talking to you, nor is she actually trying to prove anything or explain anything to you. And second of all, shut up, Arena. It just doesn't look right. It doesn't look right you being the elder on the show behaving the most childlike. It doesn't look right you speaking on other people's husbands knowing you can't handle Winter leaking, Jamie's date of birth. It doesn't look right you involving yourself and almost getting your behind whooped over somebody else's beef. Arena is one of those self-writing jokes. She says she doesn't think Sherelle is a true friend to Ashley. But since when were you and Ashley even friends? Do you know what Ashley even considers you to her? A friend without the D. So not fully a friend. It's like Arena is in La La Land. I think Arena thinks that she's clocking in and working for camera time. You know? But she needs to go back and study those messy villains of the show because she's just not executing it well. Go study the Kenya Moore, the Lisa Rinna type cast. You got to go do it again. Because Arena's mess, it has no sophistication to it. It's very childlike. If you're gonna be messy, if you're gonna come with the being a villain and picking on people, be sophisticated with it at least. And while Arena wants to accuse Sherelle of not being a good friend to Joy, how much do you want to bet Arena is going to play both sides and straddle the fence amid the fight between Joy and Ashley? Remember we saw them fight in the previews where they get buck and they have to be pulled apart? Watch Arena straddle the fence. Then Ashley's going to call you a friend without the FR and the I. You're going to be the end to her behind. Arena's behavior is going to have her completely isolated or ganged up. They're going to gang up on her in the next season or two. Just the behavior she's putting on. Because it's not like the Ashley Darby. Like she's not giving, it's nothing sophisticated about it. It's just like annoying and childlike, which is really odd, being that Arena is a seasoned woman. I expect better from her. I really do. So I just think her behavior is going to end up getting her ganged up on, and I don't think she can handle that on her own. So I think she needs to tread lightly, and she needs to make as many allies that she can make on the show. Joy says the last time they spoke, Sherelle said, the last time Sherelle and Joy spoke, Sherelle said she'd address Arena and that Arena didn't convey the message accurately because of using a certain word. So Joy is going to keep playing semantics. Arena was wrong for playing telephone, but the message and tone of what Arena relayed to Sherelle was spot on. So cut the crap, Joy. You said what you said. Now Joy wants to say that the confrontation at Quick's street naming event wasn't the time and place for that conversation, and the conversation should have always just been with her. And that would have been really nice for her to have spoken up at the street naming event in the moment and say that, hey, this is just between us. But in Joy's defense, they're grown and they should know better than to be turning up fighting at an event where we're supposed to be supporting our friend. That was really rude of them. Sherelle is absolutely right. Sherelle didn't start this. She didn't go around snooping and gossiping about Joy. Arena relayed the information willingly and unprovoked to Sherelle. Sherelle was very messy. Arena was just very messy. And Sherelle, in my opinion, has been moving very honorably. So I hate that they're trying to gaslight her into thinking she's causing issues and is also being messy, because I haven't seen it thus far. And there's nothing wrong with necessarily being messy on these shows, right? But that's what we need a little bit of it on the reality shows, right? But if somebody isn't being messy, they don't need to be labeled like that. When Winter made the Gutter Barbie song, Sherelle told Winter that she was going to inform Ashley because that was her friend, which she did. When Arena brought the tea from Joy and about Sherelle's husband, Sherelle heard what was said, and she said that she'd address it with Joy, which she did. When she addressed Joy, Joy blamed Arena for using the improper adjectives. So Sherelle said she'd go address Arena, and now she's doing that. She's addressing things as they come. And I think she's playing it all fair. I don't think she's moving fake at all. Arena just doesn't have a storyline outside of Lil Jamie, which we've already spent the first half of the season digesting and dissecting. So I think she's just choosing to pick a fight with who she may think, are the easiest targets, the weakest links. Because why not come for Joy? Joy basically said you lied on her. And she's the one who had you about to get beat up over her beef while she just stood there in her pajamas. But that's because Arena is scary. Why not go for Ashley's assistant, Alicia? Because you don't want to make Ashley upset. And I think Arena only still goes for Ashley. Arena only still goes for Winter because Ashley still is. And we could act like Arena calling Sherelle's husband shady and trying to do the dictionary definition and whatnot wasn't a dig, but Arena would not appreciate someone doing that to her husband. It's hurtful and it's mean because Arena had the intent of making it a moment and embarrassing Sherelle and her husband. And for what? What did they do to you? That's why I don't like Arena. She unnecessarily inserted herself in the drama, struck a few blows, and is just upset with Sherelle for being upset with her. They did that thing. They did that with Winter. Upset with Winter for being upset with them. But Ashley is right. There should be no issue between Sherelle and Arena, Joy. Come on. And I hate pointless forced beefs on shows. Sherelle reminds me of Winter in the regard that once they address it in the moment, they're done with it. They've said their piece. I'm the exact same way. I'm going to say what I have to say on the matter during the confrontation. Once the confrontation is done, it's done. If we've agreed, we're moving forward and we're cordial, that's what I'm on. I don't leave the conversation with any lingering thoughts or feelings on my end. Sherelle and Winter have been doing that. They address it, they agree to move on, they agree to move forward, and the next time they see you, they're cool. It's y'all that's been on some some hostile mess. It's confusing. And I get it. Some people are of the thought, if it's up, then it's stuck, right? So then don't leave the conversation saying things are cool. Say what you have to say. Or end it by saying, I'm glad we had the conversation and talked it out. Moving forward, I'd still like us to keep our distance. And even with keeping distance, y'all should be able to be cordial when y'all are on camera. Y'all are working. Y'all are working. You'll be fine. The assistant asks, what does moving forward look like? And Ashley says her and Winter are in the same place they started. And I'm thinking, why are y'all here then? What's the point of the powwow? What does that even mean? Are y'all not at least cordial moving forward? Ashley really is the Regina George mean girl type. Her ego is so inflated. The way she thinks her friendships, the way she thinks her friendship, her approval, her validation, girl, it's just worth so much to people. Girl, don't nobody care if you like them or not. But Arena. Winter brought invites to her Romancipation event, and she's going to be inviting she's inviting the ladies. She's going to be throwing it for the ladies. Again, Winter kind of has to invite them because she can't keep having scenes by herself and or only with Sherelle. Sherelle is fighting for a spot on the show herself. So, she's still trying to prove her dang self. Because after this drama with Joy is over with, what else will they have to talk about? So Sherelle's trying to secure her own camera time. So it is a good call for Winter to extend the invite to everyone. I didn't like that big hair Winter had in her confessional. The green dress was very pretty, but the earrings, the silver earrings, are really pretty too. But the hair, it was just too much for me. She is going to be performing Gutter Barbies at the Romancipation event, so I'm excited to finally hear it. First of all, if the Gutter Barbies was so bad, why can't Arena see shady? If being called a Gutter Barbie is so bad, why can't Arena see being called shady is equally offensive? The late Ashley asks to hear a little taste of the song. And from what I heard, it sounded like the Gutter Barbie song would be a little cute. They were expecting a diss track when the song seems to have a lighthearted, fun vibe to it, And though Winter isn't really a good mesh with the cast, I will say I do love her constant positivity, y'all. And her willingness to move forward with these women. I really do admire it. It's why they really can't stand her. They want her to be sad and try to kiss their behinds. I think she's going along to get along, yes, but she's on a show and she wants to keep her check, so I get it. It wouldn't be me, but I get it. But are people in everyday life really letting people in their friend circle disrespect them the way the ladies do Winter? Like, they really try to sun her. A 40-something-year-old woman. Clifton, Joy, and Carmen are having some lunch. Carmen was on Ready to Love. She wore fake contacts, and she kept reminding us that her stiff, greasy hair was real. Trust me, sis, we knew. She was one of the more sexual women on the entirety of Ready to Love, which was cringe to me. She gave old freak vibes. I actually didn't care for either three of them on Ready to Love. But it is cool that they still have their friendship. Ready to Love, which I actually give them props for, retains the most friendships, I think, of any dating show. Mostly everyone from the seasons stay close. And they kind of become their own world where they start like dating each other from different seasons, but they just keep it within the cast. It's kind of cool. And I always did figure that Carmen was cool outside of the show. I did get that vibe. She was real cool with the men, which gave me the vibe that she's probably like laid back and just probably jokes around a lot. And the cameras probably portrayed her one way, but she probably was pretty sweet. Clifton has a back injury and now needs to have a surgery on his back. That's scary because y'all already know them back surgeries are no joke. Anything can go. Oh, slightest thing goes wrong. That's just like, that's your spine. Oh my gosh. Carmen asks what's been going on with the new people. Joy says all the ladies are fun. Joy says she likes Arena and she thinks Ashley's assistant Alicia is messy, and that if Alicia is Ashley's best friend, Ashley must be messy too. And now, Joy, I am with you when you are right. You said a word. And quite frankly, you are spot on, except for the fact that you don't consider Arena as messy too. But it's your opinion. That's fine. Joy brings up a good point. Why does Ashley need an assistant, a side chick? It's because y'all plan on doing some damage. Y'all plan on trying to have a moment that needs a little support and assistance. You want to have a moment and you want to make it grander, so you can have your chihuahua echoing in the background. It makes your message more dynamic, right? I don't know why my allergies start once I get like on the camera. Pardon me. I'm like, ugh. Joy thinks Arena is her friend, but let's see how Arena straddles the fence when Joy and Ashley go at it. Carmen asks Joy, who does she think is trying to be the head woman? And Joy says Ashley. And Ashley is just obvious with it too. She doesn't like let the status come naturally. Instead, she's like intentionally behaving to appear to be the head. And who really wants to be the ringleader of like other grown women? Like, you really have to be a weirdo, like obsessed with people following behind you and feigning for your validation. Like, I don't want to be the ringleader. I'm a grown woman. I don't need to have women following behind me and be the leader of no. I don't even want to be around women that, you know, would even follow another grown woman like that. You know, like an Arena without her own brain on her head. Like, I don't even want friends like that, let alone friends, you know, feeding for my validation and all of my butt. No, thank you. Joy brings some juicy relevant tea up though. Apparently, Ashley has been talking crap about Sherelle behind her back to Ashley, but yet y'all are laughing and kikiing in Sherelle's face. So Joy is thinking, if that's how y'all treat Sherelle, and Sherelle and Ashley have both said they're friends, y'all definitely have it in y'all to do that to Joy. And Joy said it can come off fake and phony. See, y'all notice she did that semantics thing again. She said, I didn't say it was fake and phony, but it can come off as fake and phony. Now, granted, those mean two different things, but I don't think Joy means it in two different ways. You know what I mean? Joy means how she said it. The main point. It's fake and phony. So she want to play these semantics because she knows she's on camera, and I think that's what Joy's gonna do because she's already been doing it. Semantics? No, ma'am. It's okay. It is fake and phony, Joy. But just own up to it. It is fake and phony. That is fake and phony. Because Sherelle has been solid to Ashley. Sherelle's been the most solid one on the show so far. So that is fake and phony because that's right. If they talk, and the fact that they're talking about Sherelle in front of Joy, who doesn't know Sherelle. So yeah, Joy like, dang, y'all up here kikiing and talking crap about her like in front of me and whoever else, and she ain't even here. And then when we all together, you up in her face. That's fake and phony. Stand on it. Ashley and Quick are having a family dinner. They have some beautiful children. We get back to the this whole conversation about the 15-year-old waking himself up for school. Quick is insistent upon the boy waking himself up for school, and Ashley says the child is now being penalized about it at school. Technically, Ashley is right. His time and attendance is the parent's responsibility because he's a minor. Just like if, I don't have kids, but I know when I was in high school, my grandmother was responsible. Now I had to go to detention, but it's still like a conversation with the parents if it keeps happening. Just like when you skip school, it's the parent's responsibility to get them. They're gonna communicate to the parent about it, and sometimes they even make them go to court. Like you know what I mean. Parents are responsible because it's still a minor, and it's the responsibility of the parent to get them to school on time. Most kids don't drive; like they have to get there, and they're minor. So I think in the home, they can make it the child's responsibility, right? Like he's 15. And the way these teens have their phones in their hands, looking at the phone screens all day, a 15-year-old certainly has the wherewithal to set an alarm for school. Like, you're not about to be all tech savvy, know every TikTok, every gangbang sign on IG, but you want to lack the skill to set an alarm for school and get up on time. I'm not hearing it. But no, I wouldn't let the child suffer at school because of it. Perhaps there's some at-home consequences they can give if a pattern is formed without reasonable cause, right? There's definitely a happy medium there for sure. Like, yes, he should be responsible for getting up, but when he struggles, as the parents, y'all step in and get him up and continue to reiterate and instill the importance of independence, timeliness, reliability, etc. But 11:30 actually seems late to go to bed on a school night. That's just me. I'm an adult and I work, and 11:30 is even too late for me to be up on a work night. But quick, he's not an adult. Y'all are literally still responsible for him until he graduates high school, like Ashley said, and beyond that. Plus, Quick has all this energy on the matter as if he's even around or up to make sure to even wake the child up if needed. Arena is doing a photo shoot for her wig collection, and she invited Joy and Ashley to participate. Arena is lost. She says she doesn't understand why Sherelle is hanging with Winter. But when did that become your business to understand? And she says she doesn't understand how Ashley is allowing this to happen, is allowing Sherelle to be friends with Winter. I'm convinced Arena is given cards to say on camera just to purposely mix things up and cause a little confusion. Because you can't tell me a 50-something-year-old woman is really acting like this. I can't believe Ashley even allowed them to be friends. What? And I get on Arena because I'm disappointed in her. I think naturally Arena and Winter are the two nicest women on the show in real life. That's my assumption. I think Arena is actually super nice. So I don't know why she's carrying on like this. There's enough organic drama to unfold here. You don't have to force this. Wrong road, Arena. But the ladies do look cute in their wigs. Arena asks Joy if she'll go with her to Winter's event, and Joy says no. I don't know why. Joy and Winter haven't even spoken to each other on camera so far. So I don't know what that's even about. Arena makes it clear that she's going to stick up to Sherelle over Joy and Ashley. Stick up for Joy and Ashley to Sherelle because those are her friends. And I thought that was hilarious. Joy and Ashley are literally the most outspoken women on the show. They are literally the two that do not need anyone to speak up for them at all. They can handle themselves. There's nothing, Arena, nobody is scared of you. You are not off. You're not putting nobody off if they coming for Joy and Ashley. Arena just needs to make sure she can handle, she can handle her own beefs. Because didn't the trailer show Arena and Ashley getting into it as well? Arena does look amazing though. I keep bringing it up, but she's the eldest on the show and she just looks the best. I really hope to look that good at Arena's age, but I won't be that messy. Not a chance. Quick and Antonio and Lil Jamie and Big Jamie are linking up to give the the fathers are giving the young guys a little word on the future. And just to catch up, little Jamie is working as a student aide with troubled kids. Y'all, I was so happy when Jamie shared that type of news. I am proud of little Jamie. I know that has to feel good for him, you know. And honestly, he's the perfect person to be around those kids. He can shed some wisdom from his own experiences, not necessarily from a lack of finances, but more so from a behavioral perspective, you know. And because he made choices that could certainly end, that could, you know, had he continued down that path, he'd end up somewhere very detrimental, you know. And also these kids can help encourage little Jamie to set an example and stay on top of his game and be more appreciative of what he has. And he even did a coat drive and everything. I'm really happy for little Jamie. And people could say about time, all this and whatnot, but honestly, this is the best journey for little Jamie. The journey of self-determination. He had to really want it for himself, make something happen for himself. Success breeds success. So the more he does right, the more he'll keep wanting to do right. And he's receiving positive feedback from his family and from the students that he's working with. So that can really encourage him to keep at it and keep at it. He's completely independent. The next thing you know, he'll be completely independent. He'll be living in his purpose. He'll be fulfilled and he'll be successful. I think little Jamie is going to be just fine. And I know his dad is really, really proud of him. So I know that made him feel really good. Pardon me, I'm going to get some water. I don't know why my allergies are cutting up so bad. It's like my nose keeps like tickling. Sorry, that's why I keep wiping it. It keeps tickling. It's so annoying, but it's like hard to ignore. Oh my gosh. Why is Big Jamie my favorite on the season? You know this show is throwed if Jamie is my favorite. But I just think he's full of all of these redeeming characteristics. I think he's shown so much growth from last season. He still has some work to do, but don't we all? We all do. Quick says he'll match whatever donations that Lil Jamie receives from the coat drive that he's throwing. And I thought that was amazing. Just God bless Quick. That was a very kind gesture. And this is what our community needs more of. Supporting each other, collaborating to help others. Lil Jamie may end up finding himself in a full-time teaching role eventually, or doing charity work, or working with the youth. You know, this could really be a great, this book could end up ending tremendously, you know? So I have a lot of hope and faith in Lil Jamie. Lil Jamie was 15 when he got in trouble for the first time. And Lil Jamie is right. Anyone at that age can make terrible decisions that affect their life, especially with being so impressionable. Trouble can find you regardless of your financial status, parental history, lack or abundance of freedom, all of that. Trouble can creep up on anybody. You know, they say an idle mind is the devil's playground. And I wanted Quick to say to Lil Jamie's face what he's been saying behind his back when he compares Lil Jamie to his son. Since you got them both right there, Quick, tell him. Tell Lil Jamie tell Antonio and what you, because if Quick says it to Ashley, I know Quick didn't brought Lil Jamie's name up to Antonio directly, comparing them, telling him not to be like him. So tell him. But I did think it was a great scene. It was a powerful scene. 2 Black successful fathers in the DMV spending time with their sons and giving them game on life, just taking a casual stroll, you know, and you know, nothing too extra. Just when you remember where Quick and Jamie come from, this is very beautiful to see, because these men are doing the damn thing. They have these beautiful homes, beautiful families, a life totally different than what they had. The sons are really, really blessed, you know, and all that was missing for me was just a big fat juicy hug to get my tears flowing. Irena is at the location where her wig launch is being held, and she's the first one there trying to get things taken care of. One of her models canceled on her, but Ashley doesn't hesitate to agree to walk in the show for her. And I was thinking maybe Ashley does consider Irena a friend after all. I sure hope so. The way Irena offers her neck on the chopping block on Ashley's behalf, she just offers it for her and Joy. Sherelle and her husband Black are doing their podcast called Friends Who Smash. And I thought that was a cute name. They also invite Winter and Yusha to co-host and to hook them up on the low, like real sneaky. Like, I'm also excited to see more of Black's personality. I think the blind date idea is cute. Is a cute idea to set Winter up on. Yusha is also divorced as well. He's handsome and all that. And Winter is kind of feeling him too. Sherelle puts them on the spot asking if they'd be open to the possibilities of dating each other. And I thought that was a great question, Sherelle. Put them on the spot. This is the kind of calling out I like. It was embarrassing Winter in a fun way, not in a hurtful way. You know, just making her blush, and she was getting all shy. I loved it, Sherelle. It was like, it was third grade behavior, like Yusha said, but it was all in fun. But also, do y'all want to date or not? Arena's event is about to start. Everyone is getting ready. It looks like the event was being held at an Airbnb. I don't know. It was a little dingy. Jason's party at his apartment was a better location than this one, but I've never been to a wig show, so this could be par for the course. I don't know. But for Arena to be talking as much crap as she does, she gotta have this stuff on point, because this gave very much DIY. It's not a diss, it's just an observation. And I wrote in my notes, is there a bar? Because I like hors d'oeuvres when I come to events. The models looked absolutely great. The wigs were laid, the models were stunning. Lil Jamie was peeping too. No, Lil Jamie, them women are not about to take care of you and buy you your food and pay your parking tickets. But it was a great look for Arena's business. I'm sure she's going to sell out after this. So congratulations, Arena. It is a huge accomplishment. And she did execute it very well. Arena is appreciative of Sherelle coming. And that's because Sherelle doesn't have some under the surface underlying beef with Arena. It's very on the surface and straightforward. You stuck your neck in someone else's drama and came for my husband. Stay out of other people's drama and there won't be an issue. It's actually pretty simple. It's not really complicated to Sherelle. So she doesn't have to walk around angry with you, Arena. But at least the ladies, they spoke for a little bit. It was really quick. I was very glad about that, actually, because it didn't need to be long, because it's not that deep. Arena doesn't have a real issue with Sherelle. She was being messy. So I'm glad that they at least agreed to be cordial and move forward for the most part. But Arena, please don't act brand new next time you see Sherelle. Please. Keep it cute. Jamie is lit at this point. So yes, there's a bar. And he's getting on Arena about their content creating and how Arena needs to get back at it with him. And he's telling her what she is going to do, whether she likes it or not. Then asks, are we clear? Now, I am not making excuses for Jamie. Y'all, I promise I'm not. And I'll tell you why I'm not. But first I'll say this. I do think he was technically just playing. He was a little tipsy, and I think he was meaning it. Like, y'all ever play with somebody? You ever have like a play attitude? Like like you're acting. Does that make sense? Like you just switch up for a second with an attitude, but you really playing. And then when the person be like, you be like, I'm just playing. I was just playing. Like that the tone behind it, I have an attitude with it, but I'm really just kidding. I'm not really mad. I don't really have an attitude. I think that's what he was doing, but he's drunk, so it's coming out wrong. I hope I'm making sense. Doesn't make it right. It was too aggressive, playing or not, especially in front of other people. Like maybe if that's how him and Arena play, keep that there because it looks bad, right? Like, okay, but I do think he was playing. I think he was playing. You go make them TikToks with me. I do something like that. I do stuff like, you go give me a kiss. You go give me a kiss, and I'm not playing. And I will set it off. I do stuff like that to my man all the time, and vice versa. You know, kind of playing. So I think that's what Jamie was on. I'm not making excuses for the aggression, but I do think that's where it was coming from. I hope that makes sense. But he was coming a little too heavy, and it definitely put Arena on the spot in an uncomfortable way. But he was too lit, so he couldn't be like, oh, I'm just playing with you, baby. I'm just playing. Baby, I would never, you know you run the house, baby. You know you run the house. I'm playing. And, you know, everybody can take a deep breath. Oh, okay, yeah, it was just a joke. You know, I think because he was lit, he couldn't articulate it that way. I could totally be making this up on behalf of Jamie. Jamie's intention could have totally been to be aggressive and come at her away. I'm just giving a theory. But I could be totally wrong, and I totally understand that. I'm just giving a theory based on because I'm telling y'all, I do that to my man all the time. I'll be like, babe, come here right now. Right now. Babe, what? If you don't give me a kiss right now, like I do stuff like that all the time. Now, granted, I'm not like going around doing that at parties, or at events. Like it's a little weird. That's why I say I think that's more like behavior y'all do in the house. At the kitchen table, just playing around with each other. I think that's where it was most appropriate. And I think that's really why Raina was uncomfortable. Because they do TikTok. I think they're in jest with each other pretty often. It seems like. So I think maybe that his sense of humor isn't, especially when he's drinking, isn't always well received. And like Raina said, this is her wig launch. Why are you even discussing content creating in the first place? He could have brought this up on the car ride home. Then he tells the ladies that their problem is that they talk way too much. But was he lying? No. But was he wrong? Yes. And like Ashley said, her own husband don't even speak to her like that. Quick is scared of Ashley. But I tell you the same thing. My grandpa, I'm raised by my grandpa and my uncle. They don't even talk. My man they don't raise their voice at me. They don't speak to me. So nobody else, especially somebody else's man, talk to your woman like that. Don't talk to, because the men in my life don't speak to me like that. Don't do that. And Jamie knows he would not tolerate another man speaking to Raina the way he did in front of everyone. Jamie just was too lit. But I am glad Ashley spoke up, telling, Jamie, like, I'm not cool with you talking to Raina like that. I can't stand by and watch you speak to her that way and not say anything. And I think as Raina's friend, Ashley, that was appropriate. I think so. Because Raina was visibly uncomfortable. And so was everyone else. So, and I'm like, dang, just when you rose to being my favorite, Jamie. But we're going to see how you redeem yourself next episode. But I don't care. Jamie's still my favorite. I'm like, who else? I do like Winter. But Sherelle's growing on me. Sherelle is growing on me. And I thought their scene was really fun. I'm glad we're going to see Winter and Yusha on a double date with Sherelle and Black next episode, because I liked their scene together. They had a great energy. This is like their second scene together, because remember the other one was when they were at where Winter's going to do the romancipation. Sherelle pulled up. But that was the podcast was super fun. So I like their scenes together, and then the way Sherelle set her up with the blind date. So now we get to see Winter all blush and date, and I think it's gonna be fun. I'm excited about that. So yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. If you would be kind, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Any feedback. Thank you so much. I'm sorry, y'all. My nose keeps tickling. I need to handle it. Maybe take some allergy pills before I record. I'm so sorry. But thank you, and have a good one.